Once upon a time, barely noticed outside the state of Florida. But those battles in the 80s and the 90s put both programs on the national map, made both of them champions, and we are lucky to have another showdown between these two today. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles offense will be first on the attack. In a series that's been defined by close games, the last meeting was not that as the Canes blew them away.
They jumped out all over the Noles early in that game. They kind of established that rhythm and swagger. And David, you know, when this team gets the swag and they start feeling themselves, it's ball game. It's over.
When they get it going and the talent they have, they always have upper-end talent on their teams. It's just, can they meet that talent? Can they exceed it sometimes, occasionally? They were up for Florida State a year ago. Let's see if Florida State can return the favor.
Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. To throw, it's Sperry. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Hurricane offense will get its first crack at it now. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proven to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype.
Turning it on! He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. This crowd knows when to bring it. The give to the tailback. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They go to the ground. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Looking to fire. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miami! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Finds a man in the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Quickly complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Seminoles in the hurry-up.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast, not just in this game.
Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league, but check this out. Vanderbilt is going to walk off the field there in Nashville with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Out of the backfield, he's open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. When you think of the significance of these two programs in the history of college football, remarkable that they've only been playing since 1951.
It's crazy because there's so many games you can pull out of your brain, Reese, and I'm sure because you were born then when this rivalry started, that so many games that were so important and had such big implications, Jesse.
Yeah, it seems like over the course of 3 decades, right? The 80s, the 90s, the 2000s.
Turns on the Jets. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Hurricane. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Motion from the wideout. Here's the handoff. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He'll toss it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. Here comes the option. Quick toss. There he goes.
These offenses are so hard to stop when you run the option because they play the quarterback well. They get it to the running back. The defense looks pretty good, but third and short, they get the yardage they need, and they move the sticks.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Berry. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The extra point here would tie the game. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make the play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
To the ground, he's got it again. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. Power football with the run. It's loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I
do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. On the run, it's Pollard. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
And the Canes decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Noles want to crank the tempo. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line. Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this 3rd down. To the air, it's Berry. Fires to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st down from the 28. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And those guys that I think of, too, with Will Dunbar, you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Rushes on him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Noles now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Off the play fake. Quickly to the tight end. And they swarm him under. It'll be 3rd and long. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand. Let's get...
Unloads it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner goes down. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. On the ground, it's Pollard. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. Steps away to find some room. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got two quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough, and you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense...
There he goes! Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Canes started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Here's the pressure. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They've got him looking one. Now they're going to throw it. Got a man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Trying to set up the screen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the try is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the run goes nowhere, and that'll send us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, some real edge-of-your-seat moments, and there's still 2 quarters to go here for the Noles and Canes. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Miami and Florida State plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Seminoles will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Going to the run to start this second half. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll leave it with the lone back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Going to try to get it himself. Got the first down. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set him up with a big play. The corners are walked up tight. He'll do it himself. Running into the open space. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this option attack can lull you to sleep sometimes. I mean, just so many things they can do off of it, and you just got to play responsibility.
Breaks into the open. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They're going to run it to the right. He breaks a tackle. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Now facing a third and long. To the air, it's Sperry. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Noles will call on their punt team. They'll look to pin him deep. Hauls it in at the 25. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on first down, it's second and 10. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They're bringing the chop, they're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Hurricanes will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now on second down. They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Here we go.
Big third down here. They need to get the ball to the 41. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking for a man. It's Sperry. Finds a spot in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Give to the big fullback. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? 3 tight ends in the formation on first and 10. To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Hurricanes come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They turn to the passing game on third and short. Complete on the shuffle. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Give to the single back. Turning it on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Canes are moving quickly down the field. Brown has it. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Carr. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. He'll pull it down. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Canes. They take the lead with the 6.
It's a phenomenal effort on third down by the QB, but how about the blocking? When that play broke down, look at the receivers running routes. They all of a sudden turned around, and they went and got some blocks to help out their QB. You got to love that.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Out of the gun to give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Rides to the back. Finding open areas. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. You saw it that time with the quarterback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Noles send out the punt unit. Here's the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. Has midfield. He's got room. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll go to the ground. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The give. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on third down at the dope. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a chance. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. And the Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, it's Pollard. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Michigan came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Finds his big tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, going to the air. Lets it fly. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Looking for room. It's Pollard. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. And the Canes can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Grab near the marker. It's Washington. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might as well stick with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. With the catch, it's Smith.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Oh, they're after him. Fires on the run. Wide open, he makes the catch. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
He's not afraid to go deep. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
The number 1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Looking for space. It's Pollard. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Quickly complete.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Caught. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock. Let's go.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Brings up 2nd down.
Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A rivalry defined by wide rights, wide lefts, mascot arrest went right down the middle, and a well-earned victory for the Miami Hurricanes. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.